everybody and welcome back to a new video. Today is Friday, so it is technically Friday Reviews Day here on my channel. However, I only watched one of the kind of newer released films this week and I felt like I had enough to say to have its own review. So if you guys like single film reviews and would be interested in more of them, let me know down in the comments below. But today I will be reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Okay, so this is a 3D Blu-ray. I did not watch it in 3D, I watched it in 2D, but I think it'll look fantastic in 3D, so I cannot wait to do that. Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, was one of my favourite movies. I remember watching it for the first time and just being completely blown away and surprised by how great it was, how fun it was, how amazing the music and the soundtrack was, how much I loved the characters. Like, I completely loved it. And I remember after watching it the first time, I said to my mum, "You've got to watch this film." And the next day we watched it together and she really loved it as well. And it's kind of always been one of them films that I've always just loved, and it's one of my favourite of the Marvel films. So of course I was very excited for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And I kind of went into it with extremely high expectations because I loved the first one so much. And I felt like I was really going to love this one because look how cute little baby Groot is. He's so cute. Groot is one of my favourite characters. I love him in the first movie and I love the end of the first movie. And then in this he's so cute. I was like, this is just going to be the best thing ever. And little Groot was the best thing ever. I can't deny that his scenes were fantastic. You know, the guys who made this knew how to, what is James Gunn? Is he the, where does it say? You know, the guy who, yeah, James Gunn. Well, anyway, the whole team I feel like knew we liked Groot. We wanted more Groot, and they played to that really well. I feel like it really worked, and it was just fantastic. The opening scene was brilliant and so funny, and I was like, yes, I am going to love this. And then, you know, like I say, all of little Groot's scenes I just thought were the best. He was adorable, he was fun. I also really liked Rocket in this movie, probably more so than the first one. At first I was a bit like, but then, you know, you're just like, oh, I love Rocket. And I loved Yondu. Is that how you say his name, Yondu? I really loved him in this film as well. And of course, Star-Lord, I loved him in the first one, so I obviously really loved him in this one. But Drax in this one, I thought was so much funnier. He was brilliant, his laugh was brilliant, and I also really liked Gamora more in this one than I did the first one. So, you know, there was some character growth which I really liked, and I kind of felt like I knew the characters more. And, you know, especially Yondu, Drax and Gamora, I wasn't the hugest fan of them in the first one. I was like, yeah, they're okay, but in this one I really got to love them, especially Drax and Yondu. But yeah, so character-wise, I was loving it. However, I think plot-wise, I didn't think this one was as strong as the first one. I'm not even sure why. Basically, the plot is Star-Lord meets his father, or is it his father? It's this kind of whole thing, like, you know, he meets this guy's like, "I'm your dad, da da da," and they're kind of like, okay, is this real? And that's kind of the main plot. Obviously there's other side things going on, and I felt like I wasn't too invested in the plot, and I don't know, I feel like I had there was a couple of moments. How long is this film? Let me just have a look. 136 minutes, so it's just over 2 hours. And I had a couple of moments when I was kind of like, I was kind of getting a little bit, like a tiny bit, for probably 2 minutes. I was getting a little bit bored with certain things that were going on. And then it would like wrap me around, it'd be funny, it'd be great, I'd be having fun again. But I felt like it was the plot that I just wasn't too into. I think his name's Ego, who's played by Kurt Russell. And I wasn't really a fan of him. I couldn't get any vibes from him. I feel like that was my problem. I had a bit of a disconnect there. But I gave the film 4.5 stars. And I feel like I knocked the half star off. Obviously that's a fantastic rating. I really loved the film. And I have really wanted to watch it again since having finished it. So I feel like, you know, that's a good thing. I'm like, okay, I want to watch this again. But I feel like maybe I was expecting a little bit too much. Like I went in with super high expectations, and it was funny and it was fast paced and there was some brilliant scenes in this movie. And I absolutely loved the end. The end was just like, oh, I just loved it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is just, you know. But there was a couple of points where, like I say, plot wise, I was kind of like, what's going on now? I'm just like, But I also really liked the thing between Gamora and Nebula, her sister. I thought that was very interesting. I actually really liked that storyline. I kind of had a side storyline which I really enjoyed. And you know, I did really enjoy this film. Like I say, I gave it 4.5, but I feel like I needed to explain a little bit why I didn't give it 5, because I thought I was going to give it a 5. Absolutely, I thought this was going to be a 5-star, definitely. Obviously the first one was 5-star. But again, I feel like plot-wise, it just wasn't my favourite in certain times, so I had to knock off a tiny little bit just because sometimes I was like, eh. But having said that, maybe after rewatching it a few times, I will just kind of get into it a little bit more, and I might end up bumping it up to 5 in a few time watches. But I definitely feel like I prefer the first one. I also feel like I prefer the soundtrack of the first one, but I'm not sure if that's because I've listened to it so much, because I own the CD, and I've listened to it so many times, and I'm going to pick up the CD for this one, so maybe, you know, after a while I'll love this soundtrack just as much. I also think that I have other Marvel movies that I prefer more than this. I always thought Guardians of the Galaxy might be like at the top, but I really loved Civil War, and I feel like I prefer Civil War than this film, which is kind of weird. But, however, Baby Groot gets a 5-star because he was just the best thing that I have seen, and I was smiling so much through his scenes, and just him and Rocket, and it was just brilliant. There were so many brilliant moments in this film, and I would definitely recommend that you watch it. I feel like if you don't really like Marvel movies, you could watch Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and just be okay. My mum doesn't really like, she watched the Avengers and she didn't really like it, but she loves Guardians of the Galaxy, so I feel like you could love Guardians of the Galaxy even if you're not into the whole Marvel universe of films. But yes, I did really like it. I'm really glad I've seen it. I will rewatch it again soon because I feel like, I don't know, because I had such high expectations and maybe put a lot on this film's shoulders the first time I watched it, so I was kind of like kept, I don't know, anticipating either being like, wow, this is the best thing I've ever seen, or being a little bit disappointed. I was a bit confused. But hopefully you guys like my thoughts and that it made sense. Maybe it didn't, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Did you like it better than the first one, or did you prefer the first one? What did you give it? I'm just really interested to know your thoughts on this one. So let me know down in the comments below. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this movie review. Let me know if you'd prefer to see some more single movie reviews. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye!